Let's play some Sentinels.
Oh, Pickle fans, come on.
Oh, you've been quoted out of context. You must be a famous person now.
I am a famous person now. But we're gonna win. Unless the environment kills us. So yeah, I could have waited and
We have
picked...
damage! Dread Warlord boss!
I did not think that would work out, but it did. Well done, team.
Woo!
Hello! How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, you know what? I think the music isn't coming. There we go. There's the music. All right. Welcome. Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2018.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I saw a really fun thing about the New Year that I posted on, I want to say Facebook, but maybe Twitter as well, which was like, it's crazy how time zones work. This was at probably 6 or 7 in the afternoon. It was like, time zones are nuts because in Australia it's already 2018. In the United States, or excuse me, in Europe it's still 2017, while in the United States it's 1953. No letters page spoilers. No letters page spoilers. I'm still behind because I wasn't in the office last week. We take the week between Christmas and New Year's, typically that period we sort of take it off here to give everybody a chance to, you know, be with family and just sort of recharge the batteries going into a new year. And so I have not been traveling by train. So as a result, I have not been listening to all my podcasts. So I'm actually behind not only on the letters page, but on every other podcast that I listen to as well. So yes.
Take Walker is pulling your leg.
Completely awesome episode.
No letters page episode today.
Oh, there was
There's
definitely
just, like,
something today. It was like a Happy New Year.
Episode that's just saying there's no episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a notification that was like, Happy New Year. And I was like, oh, cool, a new letters page, which reminded me to go. I'm still listening to the Cosmic Locations episode. I just finished the chunk about the Celestial Tribunal. So I got to do that. And then whatever, I think there's one more after that, and then I'll be caught up.
So I can barely hear you now that you've started streaming, so I'm going to turn off my video.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So yes, yeah, John, the reason why John needs to do that is because John is once again not in North America. Where are you, John?
I am in London.
Oh, London.
Near Regent's Park.
We shall have Adam do an accent for you.
Yeah, we should have Adam get up here with his accent.
Oh, right. Crikey. Thingies. Yeah, so John is over the pond, across the pond, whatever you call it. But he won't be there for long. Pretty soon he'll be summering on the continent, as it were. Do you want to share with everybody your new jaunt? Actually, why don't we start with this? For people who are new to Sentinels Live, John is the business partner in Handelabra. That's me and John. We also have a bunch of other people who work here. But one of the things that is cool about the way that John works, and you may have caught this by his internet nickname of Migrant P, that actually stands for Migrant Programmer, and he lives that to the fullest. Over the last 2 to 3 years, he has been in probably more than 12 different countries and locales. He'll like hang out for a month, work in a place, and then jaunt off to another place. So where are some of the places you've been, and where are some of the places you're going?
Well, now, just tonight, I was down at the pub with my best mate, Matchstick Man, and P. Watson, playing some Oblivion.
Nice.
And that's enough of that. Yes, we had this little Sentinels meetup at the Sir Christopher Hutton or something like that. So we're in London just for a few days, and then we're going to Cyprus. And so next week we'll be in Cyprus, and we'll be there for a month, and then we're going to Athens, Greece, and then to Malta and Lisbon, Portugal, and then back up to the UK. We'll be in Glasgow, and then we'll be at UK Games Expo. So if you want to meet up with me in the UK, come to UK Games Expo in Birmingham. It'll be a lot of fun.
Very,
also
very
known as
cool.
Brum.
Yeah, so Jesse C says, Oblivion is finally a thing that is really happening. We can confirm that. Not only did they post a cool update today talking about how everything is actually, the printers are running, so someone can run in and go, stop the presses! But the presses are in fact running, and the way that we know that that's a real thing is because we have actually taken delivery of all things Oblivion here at the Handelabra headquarters, which means we are finally breaking ground and beginning to do some work on the digital side of the mini expansions, the mini packs, the Void Guard, and sometime in this fun new year of 2018, we will actually be getting to work on Oblivion. Some of you probably know that we've already done some work on Mini Pack 4. You know, Choke Point obviously has been out since, like last September. She was the first part of Mini Pack 4. And then Celestial Tribunal, you've seen us doing some work on that. And Mini Pack 4, the remaining two pieces are Benchmark and... It's escaping me. Benchmark and... Stuntman! Benchmark and Stuntman. And so we've actually completed all the programming because we've had the rules stuff for that, but we still have some other finishing touches. The Grayling Games team has actually told me that they have been fielding several questions about when those items will be coming to the digital game. So let me just let you know now. The answer to that question is not before Oblivion starts shipping to customers. So if that is something that you're wondering, like, oh, now that it's printing, does that mean it can come to the video game? It will not come to the video game until it starts shipping to customers who bought the physical game. So don't get your hopes up for that. That being said, we hope to have it ready really soon after that milestone of it beginning to ship. Because as mentioned, we've already been working on it and we're getting it ready to go. So you shouldn't have to wait too long after that. But, you know, Sentinels of the Multiverse is, in fact, a physical card game before a digital game. So don't expect things to come to us before they come to the physical world.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, I was playing with playtesters, so it's all on board there.
Yes, all above board. No problem, no problem. Of course, what's really on my mind tonight in Handelabra Games is, will there be Steam achievements for One Deck Dungeon? I can't conceive of why there wouldn't be. Is there? I'm assuming that's the thing we're thinking about doing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Excellent. I love it. I love it that people are bringing One Deck Dungeon back. Yeah, we're very excited. You know, we did take the week off, but we've been basically full steam ahead on One Deck Dungeon ever since the Kickstarter ended. Mainly just because, as mentioned, we've had a bit of a pause button pushed on Sentinels content. We've been working on it, but there's only so much we can do until we got everything delivered to us, which just happened in the last couple weeks of 2017. Now that we have that, we will be working on both sort of simultaneously, but our number one priority is still One Deck Dungeon because, as you know, if you read the Kickstarter update today, it's still going to be several months before Oblivion actually starts shipping to customers. The presses are running, but the Chinese New Year might put a bit of a in the shipping schedule for that, unfortunately. So, all right.
Darren 2500 says, when will Oblivion ship? You can check the Kickstarter update. Christopher said in April.
Yeah. Yeah, so the presses, I'll give you the compressed version. The presses are running. It's going to take several months for the actual printing to complete. But, unfortunately, basically the entire month of February kind of is not a thing in China, apparently. That's the Chinese New Year. So, like, even if everything was done printing by the beginning of February, it can't start shipping until the beginning of March because everybody sort of takes the year off. So, the idea is that they will be done shipping, or excuse me, they'll be done printing by around the end of February, beginning of March. It takes about a month for everything to get from China to here. They'll be shipping 1,000 copies at a time in the big shipping containers. So they're expecting to start shipping them to customers end of March, beginning of April. That was sort of the general thrust of the update today. And it will take them several months to actually complete the shipping because they're getting 1,000 copies at a time, but there are 10,000 copies that need to happen, and yeah, there's a lot of things happening. It's a very big Kickstarter, as you probably know if you were watching it when it was happening. So it's Tuesday, it's 7-ish, so that must mean it's time to welcome you all now, finally, to Sentinels Live of 2018. Oh, yeah. I hope everybody had a fantastic New Year. I had a pretty solid one myself. John, were you traveling on New Year's? No. Or were you traveling the day after New Year's?
Was planned to be traveling the day before New Year's Eve, and then ended up traveling, well, time zones. So, like 2 days before New Year's Eve, December 29th, which would have us arriving in London on the 30th, but then we got stuck due to a snowstorm and airline screw-ups in Toronto. Like, we missed our connection by like 15 minutes. We were like, we had a 5-hour layover. What could go wrong?
Oh man, that sucks.
Turns out a 5-hour delay could go wrong.
There you go.
And so they put us up in a hotel and everything, but it was still like just a pain in the butt. So we didn't get into London until New Year's Eve morning, and we didn't make it to New Year's Eve. We fell asleep at 10 o'clock.
Hey, we accidentally made it to New Year's Eve here in Cleveland. My wife and I, we send the kids to Grandma's house, and then we usually go out for like a nice dinner. Sometimes her family's in town, and so we'll go out with a bunch of people, but it was just the two of us this year. We went downtown in Cleveland. It was like 3 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius, negative something, but it was very cold.
-10.
Yeah, it was very, very, very cold here in Cleveland. We ate, we drank, we came home, we kissed, and then it was like 11:30, and then we like showered and got ready for bed, and we looked at the clock and we're like, oh look, it's 12:03. All right, happy New Year. All right, good night.
So you know, I used to live in Edmonton, right? Like that temperature is like normal in the winter there.
Oh yeah, when we lived in Milwaukee in Wisconsin, like wind chills of -20 to -40 was like a regular thing, and it's not fun. And of course, because it's that cold, clearly global warming isn't a real thing. Yeah, so thanks for joining us around the digital tabletop. Why is this buzzing? All right, thanks for joining us around the digital tabletop while we play Sentinels of the Multiverse. The goal of these streams is to have some fun while showing you how to play the game, as well as covering some strategies that might help you win. Handelabra does believe in civil rights for all and being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that will not be tolerated. We are not afraid to swing the ban hammer, although, to be quite honest, thankfully, we really haven't had to do that much. I think there's only one incident ever that I can remember that got close. Generally speaking, our viewers are pretty decent people, so good on ya. If you enjoy the show, please do like, share, follow, and subscribe, and be sure to check out the other shows here at twitch.tv/HandelabraGames. The schedule's been a little bit off because of the holidays, but starting today, we are right back the way that you expected. Tuesday nights, Sentinels Live. Thursday nights, Dolphins Dive. Sunday nights, Tales from the Archive. All of those take place at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Please do check them out. We are also planning on doing the dev streams that we've been doing. We're planning on continuing those into the new year. Most of the last few have been one-deck dungeon focused, and there will definitely still be some one-deck dungeon. But now that we actually are moving forward on some Sentinels stuff, expect sometime in the next few months to start seeing some Sentinels-focused dev streams popping up. Maybe you'll get to see Jen making some of the new environments. Maybe you'll get to see David programming some Oblivion cards. Who knows? But stay tuned. Those are usually Wednesdays in the afternoon, like 1 p.m. Eastern is what we've been doing, but those might change too. Just follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. We always post when we're going to be streaming. I'm Jeremy. You can follow me at Mr. J Handel. That's MRJHANDEL. Joining me as always is John, who you can follow at MigrantP. That's MIGRANTP. And you can always follow the company at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. The game does include a tutorial that covers the basics, but we always do our best to explain what we're doing, when we do it, and why. And depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we usually play several games in every 2-ish hour episode. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam. And I should also mention, on a couple of those stores, it is still on sale. So if you have friends who you've been trying to get in to the Sentinels world, Steam, I believe, is still on sale. The Amazon one ended earlier today. I believe the iOS one is ending like right now, probably about 15 minutes ago, based on it. You said it's midnight for you there, right? Ish?
It is 12:14 a.m.
12:14 a.m. So I believe that one just ended 15 minutes ago. But the Google sale and the Steam sale are both running through sometime tomorrow. Depending on how
iOS changes happen on your local time zone.
Not always.
Or like on the time zone of the region that you're in. Like if you're in the US, then I think it's Pacific.
That is not always the case.
All right.
I just know because the iOS one specifically, I expected it to start at midnight Pacific time, and it ended up starting at GMT. So I think it's going to start at GMT.
Oh, who knows?
Who knows? But tell your friends. Good times.
Don't leave it to the last minute.
Don't leave it to the last minute. Yeah, and also, of course, in Analog Cardboard and Ink, which we were just talking about. Check out sentinelsdigital.com for more info. All right, so let's see. What should we play tonight?
Also, Jeremy and I have quite a significant delay on Skype, so we'll try not to talk over each other.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up.
I will say, Marco.
Polo.
Yeah. So I don't know if that illustrates it, but to me it was like 4 seconds before you said Polo.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what we can. We're gonna do what we can to not talk over each other, but it is possible that that might happen. So if you hear us doing that, that's what's going on. I am in Freedom 5 839. All right, so
private game. I don't see
oh,
it.
is it?
One player.
Oh, it is a private game. Yep. All right, unprivated. Why would I have set that to private? Enforce required expansions. Automatically draw cards. Blah blah blah. Open hands. Good. All right.
Some other. You were doing a public stream, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So, what should we play tonight? Any thoughts? Let's see. New Year. I feel like we know that there's a New Year's baby out there. Maybe start with that.
All right, and I will take a hometown British hero, Captain Cosmic.
Yeah, how about Time Cataclysm? Since, you know, when we're talking about a new year, we're celebrating a change in time, a concept of time, so we'll do that. So yeah, let's think about time-focused things. Let's see. I'll do Chrono-Ranger. That's a time thing. I defer to you to take your second hero.
All right. Let me think. No new stuff. Darren doesn't want to see any new stuff. Okay, we'll make sure not to show you any new stuff. I'll take Omnitron.
Yep. Oh, and I accidentally clicked on K.N.Y.F E, but that's a good choice anyway.
Since you are an Apple iPhone user. Omnitron 10.
Omnitron 10. And I think I'll do Rogue Agent K.N.Y.F E, since that could be very interesting here.
I'm going to take Rick Whittle, Captain Cosmic, which is always crazy and fun.
Nice. All right. So here we have it. Wager Master, Time Cataclysm. Have we ever done any of the wacky Wager Master stuff? Advanced or challenge? What is his challenge? Whenever a villain card is flipped face down, each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage.
I think we might have did that in the guest stream or something.
I'm fine with vanilla.
I might have played that in the tabletop. It's rough. Let's just play regular. I've been told that what I've been speaking ain't the Queen's English.
It's time to play some games. Can you win before you all die? So fun. My brother gave me another chance to protect the cosmos from the likes of you. His sacrifice will not be in vain. That was my attempt at doing the worst British accent any human has ever accomplished. Did I succeed?
I don't even know what you did. Just gonna block that out.
All right, so Captain Cosmic opens with a harsh offense, potent disruption, sustained influence, wounding buffer. Chrono-Ranger, has got displaced armory, hunter and hunted, ranger's mark, sudden contract. Omnitron 10 has got bioengineering beam, a couple of slips through time, and a technological advancement. And K.N.Y.F E, rogue agent, has got an amplified combatant, flawless execution, and 2 wrecking uppercuts.
Cheers, Chachunji. Thanks for subscribing.
Hey, thanks. Thank you. Yes, it was good. Both my Christmas and my New Year's were good. Thank you. I hope the same to you, Chachungi.
Seamus said it was the worst British accent. That wasn't the worst
British accent ever.
It was all the worst British sense ever.
yeah, that's exactly it. Like I feel like there was a little bit of Irish, a little bit of Scottish, a little bit of maybe South African. Like anything that was ever part of the empire was kind of melded in there, and they were all terrible. So I apologize.
Yes.
All right. Oh, yes. Yeah, see, this is the weird thing. Like, it's like negative however many degrees here, and all day today it was freezing cold in the office. Hang on, I gotta take my headphones off.
Zach said,
all day.
My wife just brought me a bowl of chili, going silent for a bit, but only for a bit. Am I right? He's not gonna be silent forever.
Maybe silent but deadly.
Ho ho!
Ho ho! All right, so what came out while that was happening? We got a couple. Oh, geez, 3 wagelings, a losing to the odds, Interesting. Yeah, we don't. Okay. And then who are you fighting? When this card enters play, each player draws a card and each target regains 2 HP. If Wager Master reduces to 0, fewer of the viewers lose the game. So a lot of weird Wager Master stuff happening already.
Yeah, we can't kill him. I mean, we can. We just have to... We have a couple destroy effects. Chrono-Ranger and K.N.Y.F.E both have that. It's dangerous, though. But we do have losing to the odds, so we can try to win with that if we want.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes us want to be at even hit points now, which we could probably arrange by just having Chrono-Ranger shoot himself.
Yeah, so everybody's at lower right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if Chrono-Ranger goes to even, the Wagelings will hit for 1, the Wagelings will hit for 1, and we'll still be at even, and that will be the end. Assuming nothing else happens. So...
I'm willing to give that a shot.
Yeah. I am then going to make sure not to play a construct. I will just do some damage. Ooh, 6 damage. Take it at Wagelings. I'll just hit Wager Master.
Well, if there's 3 Wagelings, isn't that going to take us all down to odd?
It matters when the condition is checked, which is after the second Wagelings.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, look at that. I wasn't even paying attention.
Let's put that on which ally to play, and then look it up. With Construct Cataclysm.
Oh man, me whistling along with the music has got to be like doubly annoying with this much of a delay.
I just don't have the music on.
Oh, okay.
So that would be a good way to measure the delay.
That would be a good way to measure the delay. All right, so let's see. If I...
That's where I am.
Ooh, just hit. So... All right. Let's see. I could.
Actually, I wonder if we both started the game at the same time. Maybe that's fine with the leg. I don't know.
True. All right. So we're trying to deal myself 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 damage. I guess I could terrible tech strike.
You could just deal yourself 1 damage with your power.
Oh right, that's true.
So do whatever you want, just make sure that you do yourself.
Yeah, I'm just looking through, like, if it doesn't work out, what do I want to be set up for?
Right.
Yeah, I'll just displace to Armory and grab something cool, like Jim's hat. And we're hitting him.
Well, why don't you hit yourself?
With the displaced Armory, because I was going to hit myself with
I mean, 1 damage is 1 damage.
All right, so then should I use the... So you're saying skip my power?
Well, you have another card play. You could, like, get out of something, put it on something, or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do this. Coin game. All right, there we go.
By any means on Chrono-Ranger, or not on Chrono-Ranger, on Wager Master. Sure.
I'm gonna do ultimate target.
Then you can shoot him.
And then I'll shoot him. Alright, and yeah, we'll just do this. Citizen says, speaking of Episode 0, I may have found my favorite flavor in Freedom 5 Episode 0. Pilot Light is so good. I definitely really dig Pilot Light. It's a really great way to play Absolute Zero by getting set up more quickly. But I still have a real soft spot for Termination. I just love, like, the wackiness that you can do with that.
I'm going to play Innervation Ray, which will help us adjust our hit points in a positive direction later. And let's reveal the top card of, sure, Chrono-Ranger deck. You play this, put it on a wageling.
Sure. I haven't, so yeah, another letdown says, speaking of flavors, his good best of times, Chrono-Ranger. I'm still working out how to effectively use that one, because it changes the way that he plays in a somewhat fundamental way, to me at least, since he doesn't get to do damage with his base power. Excuse me. Alright, let's see here. Come on. Ugh. Game is lagging tonight. Knife deals 1 target 3 melee. Discard the top card of the villain deck. And I think I'm probably just gonna skip her. Well, I guess either put it into play or discard it, so that's fine. Yeah, I think I'll just Wrecking Uppercut Wager Master, and then.
Yeah, her power is Omnitron-X's power, but the bottom.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, luckily, like, you get to choose what to do with it. So,
yeah.
Do you have anyone who, in particular, I mean, like, you know, another construct or something might be useful? Oh, okay. I haven't.
Chrono-Rangers, like, we almost always want to play his cards, so.
Yeah, I mean, I have no bounties in my trash, but I can at least do the 1 damage. Out comes an Incidental Contact, which could come in useful in a bit.
Oh no, we're dealing ourselves an odd amount of damage.
Ah.
Wait, it's tricked us. And he blew up my thing. How rude.
How rude. So I had a terrible experience this morning walking to the train. I was like right on schedule to get to the train on time. And as mentioned, it's like a degree here. And as I'm walking to the train, someone pulled up next to me and like honked and was like, hey. And so I took my headphones out, stopped walking. They were like, hey, do you know where blah, blah, blah is? And they asked me for directions. The problem was that I couldn't hear them, so I had to like take a minute and like do whatever. And then I was like, all right, I think it's this way. Well, whatever. And then I ended up missing my train because of it. But I actually ended up missing my train right in front of them because they saw me like run for the train and being like, hey, wait. And they were sitting there at the turn waiting to turn the direction I just told them. So I feel like they probably
give you a ride.
I don't know if they gave me a ride. But so I ended up having to walk 2 blocks to the next stop. And so I was very, very cold this morning. I was like, I had like frost on my beard because it was so cold. And so I started the day off in like a really like ornery mood because I missed my train and then I was very cold.
Wait, what? I don't understand why you went to the next stop. Why would you just wait for the next train?
Oh, because okay, so the way that it works is I live right at the place where 2 train lines come together. There's the blue line and the green line. Anyone from Cleveland might know what this is all about. And the way that it works is that the blue line and the green line alternate until they get to Shaker Square, and then they run the exact same route. The blue line goes southeast, whereas the green line goes east. And so I ended up, like, I could have waited for the next train, but it was the 9 o'clock was the one that I missed, and they stop running every 15 minutes at 9 o'clock. They start running every half hour because it's out of rush hour. So, if I wanted to wait, I would have spent 30 minutes sitting in the freezing cold, or I could walk 3 blocks up to the next stop, which is Shaker Square, and catch the blue line, which is the other line, and only be in the freezing cold for 15 minutes instead of 30 minutes. So that's why I did that.
They should have given you a ride.
It was a measured response. They should have, yes, they should have given me a ride, but it was one of those things where, like, I was walking, like, with purpose, so I was hoping that they would have noticed that I was not looking to stop, but they were lost, so what are you going to do? My Good Samaritan impulse took over. Every 15-minute public transit sounds amazing. It is amazing, but only if you live close to it. Like, Cleveland does not have a great public transit system, but it has, like, an okay public transit system, but only if you're, like, within walking distance of it. For the trains. I mean, there's buses that go everywhere, but I honestly don't know much about the buses, so.
The trains on the tube come, like, every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
All right, Captain Cosmic is selecting a card. Boom.
Yeah, when I was in Barcelona, there was a transit strike, and the trains only came like every 5 minutes, and they were like apologizing profusely for that.
All right, so let's see. So, yeah, Losing the Odds is still out. But are we thinking it's going to be more difficult to like make that happen, or are we still trying for that?
I mean, we're at even all right now.
Yeah. Okay. Whenever condition flip face down, Wager Master. Okay. Is
like,
there
you
any?
Can still keep shooting Wager Master. Like you have a cosmic weapon, don't you?
Yes. But do I want like? Are we trying to get any of those wagelings out of the way, or I mean, we are only one.
Nope.
Does he have any more targets, or is it just the 3 wagelings and that's it?
I mean, can we destroy the main computer room? Actually, Omnitron can destroy the main computer room. So, like, unless you can kill both of the wagelings, then don't kill either of them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right, so...
Like, I would just punch Wager Master a bunch, because if we can get him down to below 4, we can win a different way, so...
Alright, and Cosmic Weapon is going to do... Yeah, alright, so I think I'll do... Well, oh, wait, I get 2. Yeah, so I'm going to do this. And then this. What?
Okay. You take a lot of damage from the wagelings.
You said we wanted to get him under 4, right?
I mean, sure.
I'm trying to do that as quickly as possible. I mean, I guess I could blow it up right now after dealing all that damage, but I feel like I just want to keep doing this thing.
Sure. Will this make you play more cards? You could have a neurotoxin earth thrower.
Sure.
And I will blow up the main computer room, which makes Wager Master play more cards.
Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, I don't really want to do any of these things right now without other things.
You're breaking uppercut.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna default to that. Because all the other ones, it's like I want to have a boost in play or something if I'm going to use them effectively. What was that? Unanswerable question. Got discarded, it looks like. Alright, reveal the bottom card of a deck. Alright.
Look at that. Beautiful.
So many damages. Boom. And I draw a Displaced Armory. I mean, I have the hat and the Dart Thrower and Compounded Bow is in my hand. And Danny Boy's in my hand. So...
Are there any equipment cards left? There are 3. There are temporal grenades and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's knife. Hang on. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the Compounded Bow. And then you have it. Oh, yeah, so the punchline to that story, since people are talking about Uber and Lyft, is that I'm taking a Lyft home tonight. I am not going to bother with the train and then walking, because I feel like I did my time this morning.
Put a card on top of my deck. I could put on Potent Disruption. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Take Walker says, Jeremy gets a drink. I drink every Sentinels live. Because I'm either taking the train and walking, or I'm taking a Lyft. I never drive home on Tuesday nights. To be fair, I never drive home most nights. But that doesn't mean that I'm drinking at like 4 in the afternoon. It just means Tuesday nights, I like go out to dinner, I have a few drinks. And I guess we can just do this. And then I get home via somebody else's having to concentrate on the road. Yeah, and actually I was telling John, I went to go buy some scotch today, and I found this cool Glenmorangie sampler pack, which it has the one that I really like, which is the sherry cask finish, but then 3 other ones that I've never had before, so I've been sampling these. A Quinta Ruban, which is a port cask finish. I like my scotches finished in other casks, is basically what it boils down to. So. Citizen says, I appreciate that Jeremy patronizes a less sketchy company. Yeah, when all that stuff came out, I deleted Uber from my phone, and I've been Lyft exclusive ever since. So far, it hasn't been a problem. All right, what do I want to put on the top? Yeah, that's fine.
Just make sure to hang on to Flawless Execution, because that is a way we can win.
Breaking the rules!
Well, we're going to win now, so no worries. Oh, wait. Yeah, you got +2, but that's okay. You're going to get +2 again on this, so you'll be back 2. It'll be odd. The heroes win!
We did it!
I mean, we were likely going to be able to destroy him with that bounty, so...
Take Walker says that this sampler is what turned him off of scotch probably forever? What?
A lot of people don't like Glenmorangie and sherry cask stuff. So
okay.
It's definitely like Take Walker, it shouldn't turn you off of scotch forever. Like, that's a very unique style of scotch that is not necessarily scotch in general.
Yeah, I will say, and if you don't like scotches finished in other casks, I get it. Probably my #1 favorite scotch that I've had is a Balvenie Caribbean cask, which is a scotch finished in rum casks, and it is so good. It's like anytime they have that at the liquor store, I get a bottle of it. It's so delicious. And if I'm having a chocolate dessert, my favorite scotch is a Macallan 12. Macallan, or I guess Macallan anything, but usually what they have is a 12. I could probably do like a 15 if I wanted to spend twice as much for a shot of scotch. But for some reason, I really like the way it complements chocolate desserts. I don't know. What can I say? All right.
Walker thinks that it tastes like moldy socks. I have not had any scotch in my life that tastes like moldy socks, so I'm not sure. Maybe you've got a bad bottle.
I mean, I could see an argument for something like a Lefroy tasting like moldy socks. Moldy socks that were left...
Like a campfire.
Yeah, that were left next to a campfire all night. I could see that. That's not to say that I don't like Lefroy occasionally, but I can get why some people might be like, ooh.
Take Walker says, I haven't had Glenmorangie. No, I love Glenmorangie. I've had many a bottle of Glenmorangie. I quite enjoy it. The Quinta Ruban is really nice. There's one called like Singlet or Singular. It's like $300 a bottle. It's amazing. I had a whiskey shop. It was like, we were thinking about like getting together with some friends to buy a bottle. It was that good.
Nice. Yeah, a good friend of my dad's used to have scotch tasting nights. And unfortunately, he usually does them on Tuesday night, so I haven't been able to go. But he was talking about a couple of Japanese scotches that he got in that he was going to do a tasting of, and I was very excited to try them, but I haven't yet. So,
well, Take Walker, there's no accounting for tastes. Maybe you just don't like the same things other people do. That doesn't mean they're bad.
Exactly right. Yeah, like here. So here's the first thing, and then this is where like myself and Christopher would get into it. I hate gin. Like I just can't stand gin. What's that?
I love gin.
Yeah, and so like I know that Christopher is one of those the only real martinis are made with gin type of people. But I just like gin and tonic. Nope. Gin martinis. Nope. I just can't do it. My wife loves gin too. Like she's a Tanqueray tonic extra lime person, but I just there's something about the specific pungence of gin that I just can't get behind. What can I say? All right, I keep hitting randomize
We should
here.
play a team game. We haven't done that for a while.
All right, I can do a team game. Bloop.
There you go. 4 team villains.
All right, Biomancer, Hammer and Anvil, Fright Train, and Bugbear. And I already got Knife once tonight, so I'm going to pick somebody else. I'm going to do, now that the fall of the variants is over, I'm going to pick a couple of variants from the fall of the variants. So you just did a Captain Cosmic, so I think I'll do Extremist, Skyscraper, because why not? And see, I don't really want to do one of the Argent Adepts because I feel like I'm not good at Argent Adept, and I don't want that to be getting in the way. So I'll do Prime Warden's Haka. All right. So are we all variants tonight? It looks like it's all variants all the time. So we got a Hunted Naturalist, a Bunker Engine of War, Skyscraper Extremist, and Prime Warden's Haka. Let's just scooch this around like so that we're going alternating. And ooh, at Megalopolis, going old school. Good times. Boom. It's another Biomancer and his flesh children menace Megalopolis episode, I see. Indeed. Can you feel your flesh crawl? But of course, it crawls to me. It is the fool who stares into the eye of darkness and does not turn his head. Was that a good enough snarl? All right. So actually, let's, again, for those who may or may not be new, let's go over how the team works. It goes villain, hero, villain, hero, villain, hero, villain, hero, environment. And so we'll let, basically, the villains get all set up, and then Biomancer will take the turn. So let's go through what the heroes have. Naturalist has got Bestial Shift, Blend into the Pack, Feral Fury, and Primal Charge. Haka has got a Dominion, a Ground Pound, a Rampage, and a Vitality Surge. Bunker has got Heavy Plating, Maintenance Unit, and a couple of upgrade modes. And Extremist Skyscraper has got a Colossal Left Hook, Emergency Evac, Neuralizing Resonator, and Thorathian Monolith. That could be very useful. Alright, so Tempersonation, Mr. Facsimile, oh, Bastion, Hammer and Shield, Engine of Destruction, Blood Scent, and then Twist of Flesh. Biomancer deals each hero target 2 psychic damage. Biomancer and each flesh child regain 2 HP. And they're already at full, so that's no big deal. Tempersonation does some lightning. Mr. Facsimile. Sure, Bunker.
Okay. Good start to the villains. So Bastion is potentially going to go away if they play another position on their turn. But we don't know that, do we?
I hate me some Bastion.
I'm going to play... I don't really want to play any of these until I have a form, so I'm going to play Blend into the Pack. And then I'm going to use Crocodile and play Feral Fury. And I could either start working on the Hammer and Shield or try to take out Tempersonation. Are you planning to like play Rampage? I guess you might not when they've got Bastion.
Yeah, with Bastion I wouldn't.
I get Tempersonation down. to like 3. Do you want to Colossal Left Hook it or something?
Yeah, I haven't even really decided what I'm doing with her yet. Yeah, I find it's very hard to sort of plan too far ahead in a villain game because like so much can happen before we get to her turn. I suppose I could plan to do that.
All right.
And we'll just sort of see what's happening.
I'll hit Impersonation, but I don't think it needs to be down to 1, so I'll hit Hammer and Shield.
Living Firebomb.
These are your two heroes. You have the heroes with the highest, I have the heroes with the lowest.
All right. Yeah, see, the problem with Bastion is it's not an ongoing, so like there's not a really good way to get rid of it.
Kill Citizen Anvil.
Right, yeah, there is that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of any of this stuff. I think I might just Vitality Surge. Alright, draw an elbow
like
smash.
preventing damage from all bad guys.
I do, but not if I have to, like, not at this stage, because I don't want to have to, like, I'd rather be in a position where I know how we're going to deal with them rather than just, like, push pause for one round. Alright, so let's see. I can, who should I steal damage from? One of yours. Who would you rather have me wick the damage
Probably Bunker, who's the lowest.
Okay.
More likely to get hit. Well, here we can discard our hand. Discard your hand, or we can all discard 1 card. I guess we can discard 1 card.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't really...
One way to ignore a Bastion, be irreducible in your damage. Good point.
Not the easiest thing to do, but it is possible.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have hidden that. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of any of these cards. Yeah, I guess that's probably the choice that I would make in this situation. Yeah, that's fine.
Time to just start destroying ongoing cards. We can get rid of Blood Scent.
Exhausting Pursuit.
Hey, Hunted Naturalist is in the game. It's hitting everyone except Bunker.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's always been highest. Like we're like we should protect the lowest, and then it went after the highest, like exclusively. All right, so I don't have anything there to destroy.
Can you destroy 10-person nation?
Yeah, so I'll Colossal Left Hook. 10-person nation. All right, so let me just look at this power again. Destroy an environment card if it was a target. Skyscraper deals one target. If not, Skyscraper deals. All right, so I can't use the power.
Well, you can. You could go each with. You could play Throttling Monolith, and then deal everything 2 damage.
Oh yeah, look at that, huh? All right, that's fine. So we'll.
It won't deal everything 2 damage because of Bastion, but it's
Right.
still helpful.
Yeah. Undetectable relinking.
Here's cannot use powers. Hooray!
Mass Rebirth.
Oh, good. Is that right? That's the end of the environment turn. So if we can destroy that first, we could avoid that happening. Unfortunately, I don't think we can do that first. Well, potentially. Oh, right, I can't use powers.
Yep.
Crap. Oh, well.
The heroes are powerless.
It's fine. Well, hey, Bastion's gone.
All right. Good times. All right. So I do have yeah, so let's see. Rampage might not be a terrible call here. Yeah,
'cause we're protected.
Yeah, we're protected,
from-
and they are no longer protected.
Yeah.
So
sure.
that's what I'm going to do. All right. Kind of wish I had a chance to get that Savage Mana out first, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Extra bonus against Fright Train. Nothing against us. Can't use a power. Here with the highest. I know it's not going to matter here. It's going to end up hitting Skyscraper either way. Stop boosting your damages.
Well, I guess I'll play maintenance unit.
Oh yeah, Fright Train is fighting himself. I hadn't even realized that. That's what happens when you play in a multiverse.
Yeah, I don't know if that card won't do anything, so...
Yeah. Alright, draw and draw.
Just get a whole bunch of Biomancer crap out again after killing it all. Yes, we sure
yes,
do.
definitely.
I don't want to get rid of any of these. Yeah, I guess I'll get rid of Natural Born Vigor. Or sorry, the other one. Natural Born Vigor is nice to have that. Always have an additional power. Hooray, targeting innocence. I don't know why we don't get choose for me on this. That should be a thing. I'll make a card.
Sorry, what happened? I was coughing.
This should have a choose for me option.
Ah.
I guess it doesn't come up too often.
Oh, so people are talking about train puns. Probably my favorite thing from over the break was that I watched all 3 of the Back to the Future movies with my kids, and they loved them, which I was very excited about. I always get nervous whenever I show them like classics from like my youth, because it's like you never know how well they hold up, or whether or not you're like rose-colored glasses. But they really enjoyed them all. It's funny too watching all 3 of them in a row with people who've never watched them before, because they're like, he does that thing where he like wakes up and his mom is next to him in every movie. I'm like, yes, he does. That is a thing that they do in every movie. Bluey says, I recently watched Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and 2 is still really bad.
Well, I'm going to select Gazelle, because I want to draw cards.
Yeah, and Jesse C says, Back to the Future is arguably the perfect movie. It's pretty dang good. And I will say this, I used to like the second one more than the third one, but the older I get, the more I like the third one better. I think the second one was a bit of a mess, but I liked it better because it went to the future instead of the past. But the third one is constructed better, I think.
I'm going to let Bunker draw cards, I think.
My kids also did get a huge laugh out of the fact that they went to the distant future of 2015 in Back to the Future 2.
That's right.
They're like, that's not what it was like 2 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Why don't we have the rehydrated pizza and flying cars? This can be the Naturalist. He has a -1.
All right.
So I recommend we either blow up targeting innocence or stop it from dealing damage.
Yeah, I mean, so are you saying I should elbow smash targeting innocence and then we can just focus it, or do we have a way to get rid of a single environment card?
I don't think we have enough damage to do that.
Yeah.
On this. So it's disc ground pound probably.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I hate losing that Savage mana, but is it even worth it to use my... Well, I guess yeah. That's fine. I'll use it on Skyscraper.
Still works with like self-damage.
Yeah. Yeah, Synthetic Mouse says, I still think I like Back to the Future 1 the best. Yeah, I think Yes, as a self-contained... Like, it's interesting, too, because I've been having this conversation a bunch with regards to Star Wars The Last Jedi, which I've seen 4 times and is quite possibly tied for my best Star Wars movie of all time. He says, instantly drawing the ire of, I'm sure, somebody in the audience. But... like, talking about trilogies, you know, Star Wars was the classic trilogy that set up the, like, self-contained first movie and then second movie that doesn't make any sense without the third movie. And, like, The Matrix did that, Back to the Future did that, you know, like, the idea of having a self-contained story and then having to expand it and doing it in 2 movies where the second one ends on a cliffhanger, like, that is a very different thing than, like, 3 self-contained stories, which, you know, or one... You know, like, Lord of the Rings, obviously, is the counterexample, where each one is sort of, really, it's all just one big, long story cut into 3 pieces, which, you know, none of those other counterexamples were. But yes, I agree that I think the first Back to the Future, in terms of telling a self-contained, you know, almost grandfather paradox, fun time travel story, is definitely the best one of the 3, for sure. All right, definitely still not going to be undetectably relinking anything. Cortex hyperstimulator.
You can play the link, though. I'd play it on something you want to kill with your tiny power.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking.
Like maybe Bugbear or Fright Train we could target.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. So we're talking about the Cortex hyperstimulator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Fright Train's pretty good to have it on because
yeah.
Like, boost damage to himself, like, and everything. So.
Yeah. All right. You may either play a link or move a link from your trash to your hand and then play the bottom card of your deck. All right, well, let's see what happens. Colossal Left Hook.
Punchy.
Yep. Do I want that neuralizing resonator?
Now you could put it on Freight Train, I guess, but I don't know how important it is to do that right now.
Yeah.
And you can blow up that targeting innocence. We didn't have a way to do that, but now we do. With your huge power.
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll skip playing this because I think, yeah, there's going to be some other stuff I might want to do, but...
Yeah.
We can get rid of that targeting.
Oh wait, but you can't because you already used power.
Oh right, my power switched me, but that's okay. We can get around
next
to it.
Turn you can.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, our rooftop combat will just do it for us. Oh, and here we're dealing each other damage, so that gets around ground pound.
Yeah, so you saw Last Jedi on Christmas, I believe, and I don't think we've had a chance to talk about it yet. What'd you think? Good, bad, medium?
Yep, I liked it. I could not fathom why anyone wouldn't like it.
Yeah, like I walked out of it, I saw it on opening night on Thursday, and I walked out of it being like, it might be too early, but I think it might be my favorite Star Wars movie ever made. But then I was like second-guessing myself. I'm like, that's ridiculous. How could it be my favorite Star Wars movie? Like, it can't possibly be better than Empire Strikes Back. And then I got home and I read the internet and I was like, did these people watch the same movie as me? I don't even understand what happened. And then I went to see it 3 more times because that's just the kind of thing that I do. I knew that I knew.
I'm gonna be.
Go ahead.
Croco Gazelle, so I get to use double things on natural forms power, which is great. Go ahead.
Well, do we want to decide what we're gonna do here about? I don't know what's happening here. Oh, wait. Sorry. I had clicked on a thing, and I thought it was asking me to do a thing, but I guess it wasn't.
I'm just murdering Fright Train.
Yeah, I'm behind. All right, there we go. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. I had accidentally pushed on a thing, and it, for some reason, left me in a... Okay. I don't even remember. Oh, what I was saying is that I saw it on Thursday night. Opening night. Then I went to see it by myself on Saturday in 3D because I still like 3D, even though I know a lot of people don't. And then I took my kids to see it on Sunday. And the next day, both of my kids were like, can we go see it again, please? And that was how I knew that it was good. And then my daughter, after seeing it the second time, was like, that's definitely the best Star Wars movie I've ever seen. And I was like, okay, then. Like, I honestly think that for people who don't have a history in Star Wars, like, haven't been watching it since they were, like, infants like me, I think that this movie is going to have a similar effect on those sort of people that Empire Strikes Back had on those of us who watched that back when it came out and we were young and impressionable youths. And that is seemed to be borne out by the way that my daughter has reacted to the movie.
All right, I'm gonna lose the rooftop combat here. Yeah, like, my favorite thing was when Luke was like, "This isn't going to happen the way you think." And
yeah,
like, that's like directly to the people who didn't like it. I think.
Yeah, and I'm trying to. I can appreciate that some people may not have seen it yet, so I'm trying not to be too super spoilery, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Because I do think it is worth seeing yourself. But like, in my opinion, there is a moment in this movie that is not quite as epic, but approaches as epic as the "No, I am your father" moment in Empire Strikes Back. And I think that for people who are being, you know, who are in their formative years now, I think that it will be as memorable for those people once they're my age as the whole "I am your father" moment is for me from way back when. Which is, I think, a really hard thing to do in a movie that's, you know, a franchise that's 40 years old at this point. So
I'm not. I mean, I watch Star Wars, but I'm like not a super fan by any means. Like, I didn't go see it for a couple weeks after it came out, right? So,
yeah.
And I like Star Wars well enough, but I much prefer Star Wars.
Oh man! And another letdown says, judging by the number of times I cried, I have The Last Jedi somewhere between The Force Awakens and Jedi. So, like, no fooling, I have yet to watch this movie without weeping openly. Only just because, and I am fully willing to admit this, like, Carrie Fisher was my princess. Like, that was a thing. And what they did with her character in this movie and the moments she got to have, every time I've seen it, Christ, I'm almost doing it right now, just thinking about it. Like, oh, so good. Go see this movie and then see it again. All right. Let's see.
I'm going to stop Megalopolis from messing with us.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at what you have going on here.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I will say, like, you know, yeah, people talking about Hamill and Fisher both being great in this. Honestly, if there's one really big regret I have about the new trilogy, it's not being able to have Hamill, Fisher, and Harrison Ford all together in a scene. Like, that would have been, I think, the one thing I would have loved to have seen in this new trilogy that we're obviously not going to get to see, but, you know, that's the thing that I would have loved. But that would have been a pure...
That was never planned to happen.
Yo, no, absolutely. And that's a pure fan service thing. Like, I can't even construct a plot reason why that would make sense, but it's something I still would have liked to have seen. All right. What do I want to do here? Catch a Ride. Where are our villains at? 18, 16, 18, 10, 28. So I'm assuming we're still focusing on Fright Train.
Sure. He's got his tidy whities out, though, so if you deal him 5 damage, it gets reduced by 2. But Catch a Ride is irreducible.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The first one...
The first one is irreducible, yeah. No, sorry. The second one is irreducible.
That's what I said.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said first. And then what's the tiny power? I gotta read it again, because I still don't know this one as well. Skyscraper deals one target X irreducible toxic damage, where X is the number of links on that target, plus 1. Either destroy a link or switch to your normal character card.
Oh, yeah, we might be able to kill Fright Train if you Catch a Ride and have Bunker hit him.
Alright.
Bunker has a boost, but not too much of a boost. Yeah. 4 damage. Just right. Oh, I don't think you're going to have quite enough. You're going to do 2 damage to him. But it'll be easy to knock out.
Yeah, that's fine. I can switch back to normal. Oh man, Doctor Who. Like that is a fandom that I have wanted to get into for so long, but just haven't been able to. It feels like it's too big. Like it feels like, how do I jump in? Where do I jump in? When do I jump in? And I've always wanted to, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I hear it's great though.
Meanwhile, Biomancer's the worst.
Yeah, another letdown.
Hey,
Seeing
Dr.
that
Power
thing
did it.
in Last Jedi, as we haven't in ages, made me cry so hard I missed an entire scene wiping my eyes. That's why you have to go see it multiple times. That's what I did.
Alright, we're still alive.
We're still here.
Let's see. Cornered Beast is still super working. I think I'm gonna have this start focusing Bugbear, who's probably the next major target, though he does have his ongoing that we'd like to get rid of. Actually, I can get rid of it with Bunker. So that will be good.
Oh yeah, Jesse C brings up Babylon 5. That was another one that I missed the first time around, but I took the time out and the effort to watch it through, and I'm really glad I did. I should watch that again, actually. I know that the effects are pretty cringeworthy at this stage, but it was such a good story. Did you ever watch Babylon 5?
I could probably soak all damage if I played both Indomitable Forces. That'd be -2. Did I ever play what?
Did you ever watch Babylon 5?
Not a lot. Alright. All damage is going to be redirected to the Naturalist. Is Haka going to be able to kill Fright Train before he goes? No. So I'm just going to destroy Fright Train with Cornered Beast. Oh wait, I can probably... Actually, I don't need to do that. I'm going to rewind to use a power, because I have damage on the other power I can use to hit him instead. Let's do that instead. I forgot I still have Crocodile form.
Babylon 5 has a remake on the way, which will retell the Shadow War in 3 seasons. Really? I had not heard about that. Bruce
Okay.
Boxlighter from Tron. Yep.
So yeah, I think Bugbear is probably the next target. So, the -1 is annoying, but I'm still gonna go after him. Bugbear's got a +1 damage now that
Right.
Fright Train is knocked out. And this is all going to be 0 to the Naturalist.
Oh, I didn't know JMS was doing Sense8. I watched the first couple episodes of that, and I couldn't get into it.
I enjoyed Sense8. I haven't watched the second season yet, but
Yeah, like I wanted to get into
thought
it,
it
but
was
I
really
just I couldn't make it. I couldn't get my head around it for some reason. I'm now currently about to start watching through. I watched the first episode of the new series of Black Mirror, the USS something that does like the Star Trek riff, which was pretty good, and I'm getting ready to watch the rest of those. I always liked, and I use the word liked in a very loose way, all of Black Mirror, because it's not a series that like engenders itself to like happiness, but I enjoyed, or I got something out of it, I guess is the best way to say it. So I'm excited that there's new episodes. And at some point, I'll probably get back to doing some fast gas, but I haven't been doing those for a while.
I've only seen the first episode of Black Mirror, and that was a doozy.
Yes. That's the one with the British Prime Minister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the goat.
Ugh.
Or the pig, or whatever.
Yeah, it does not go uphill from there. That's all I have to say about that. Whew. Should I even use my power here? I mean, I guess it ends up being like a +1 or a less -1.
Yeah,
put
I mean,
bunker.
Yeah, it's not really going to do much. Bunker already has damage reduction. I don't need to protect him.
Well, oh well.
All right, I'm going to play flat cannon and then discard turret mode to destroy Feral Brawn. And now we can try to kill Bugbear before he destroys us.
I believe in us.
Oh, he was just going to destroy one of his ongoing cards anyways. Oh well.
Hmm. Alright, let's see what we got here. No. Yeah, I'm leaning towards my neutralizing resonator, but I don't see.
Put it on Bugbear.
Yeah, Bugbear.
If you're going to target him, then you want to put links on him.
Oh yeah, good thinking. All right. Either play a link or move a link from your trash to your hand and then play the bottom card of your deck. Yeah, I don't think... Does anybody really want that microassembler power?
I mean, it's good for most of our heroes. If you have something in your trash you'd rather get back.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
In your trash at all, so.
Yeah, looking at Haka...
Or Skyscraper.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Haka. And then... Ooh, Monolith. Excellent.
Hey, there you go. The fight between Hunter Naturalist and Skyscraper. All these great hero cards can't be played. We never wanted to play those cards anyways. No, this is going to be redirected to either. Oh, right, I see. That's funny. Yep. Redirecting all over the place. And this can just go to one of them that's going to be 0.
So much shielding.
I'm out of sync. Well, I'm back in sync.
Back in sync.
There go my... Oh yes, and I can't play cards. But I can still do cool Hunted Naturalist things. I can't destroy environment cards, which would be nice. Actually, but Skyscraper can, since you're huge.
I can.
Destroy it. Unfortunately, not before Threat of Mouth goes away, which would be nice. I'm going to select Crocodile. Oh, there's the third Indomitable Force. And I'm going to regain hit points and deal some damage. Maybe I'll chip away at something else. Impersonation is going to start hurting us, so Chapter might be able to restore that. Well, links are easy to destroy.
Yeah, what do we need to do? 2?
Yeah. I don't know if there's any. There's no more ongoing.
Yeah, I don't think there's
around,
any
so.
ongoing, so that's fine. That's I was just checking that.
I'm gonna get out of equipment.
Yeah. I think that is exactly what I'm going to do.
There you go, Savage Man and Taiha.
Good times.
Good combo. Well, let's see. Oh, I could destroy Tempersonation. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's going to hurt us a bunch next turn.
Duplex Patriot. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She has 2.
Well, he didn't get to play the top 2 cards of his deck, so that's nice.
Alright, so the monolith goes away. Ugh, I can't play that Proportionist, which is the thing.
Right, so if you destroy that, that's going to be 2 damage to each target, which is okay. Hurts us relatively a lot more than it hurts them, and we can get rid of the situation by discarding. So I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's easier for us to discard for it, I'm happy to just draw 2 cards and see what I get. Rest and recover. Emergency evac. Well, if something worse comes out in the environment, we can at least take care of that.
I would probably hang on to Tamoko.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice. How many are in play? Oh, ouch. Well, all right. I was trying to double click on it to see how many were in play, but I guess it's fine.
It's fine. I would look. The monorail is just going to go after villains. Perfect.
Great. So I'm actually currently having a side conversation with another letdown about cry count during The Last Jedi. But one thing I did want to mention was that, like, as much as I cried during The Last Jedi, it was not nearly as much as I cried during Coco. I don't know if anybody out there went to see Coco, but if you haven't seen it, you should, because it continues the Pixar tradition of really just amazingly well done movies. And it takes it looks at the idea of the afterlife through a lens that I'm actually okay with. And it was a very touching and very moving story about this little kid and his ancestors and his family. So I would highly recommend that. I know we're spending a lot of time geeking out about Babylon 5 and Star Trek and Star Wars, but I highly recommend that if you haven't seen that yet. It's probably only going to be in theaters for another couple weeks.
Is that why I hear you typing noises?
Yeah, that's exactly why. We're on Slack over here. I got Twitch chat over here. I got my streaming here, and I'm talking to him on Slack over here. So
the Naturalist has all 3 forms active, and I'm going to play Bestial Shift. So first, I regain 3 hit points and can use a power. So I'm going to use Natural Form's power to let someone draw 2 cards. I think the Naturalist. And I can deal some damage. Bugbear.
So many shenanigans.
And I think I'm going to get Mr. Facsimile down to 3. Then I can do more damage. Just keep hitting Bugbear here. I get to use another power. So I'm going to use Cornered Beast to destroy Mr. Facsimile. And then I get to use my second power to regain 3 hit points. Pretty good turn.
Yeah, Hunted Naturalist is definitely in full swing, says Nabacross.
Yep.
Yeah, and Jesse C is talking about there's like 6 completely different conversations happening in the chat right now. That's how you know you're in a good chat. All kinds of people talking about all kinds of things and maybe not being able to follow all of them. All right, Burn the Divide.
All right. So whichever we destroy, if we destroy Skyscraper's card, the hammer is going to do 2 damage over to her, just so you know. We could probably destroy Maintenance Unit and Flak Cannon, and Bunker has heavy plating to only take 1 damage each.
Okay.
I'm okay with that, because Bunker has lots of cards to play. Hammer goes after the monorail. The monorail angers him.
How dare you have only 1 rail? Yeah, so definitely gonna Tomoko.
Yeah, I guess you could tell you how you could try to protect Skyscraper.
Yeah, I'm thinking
pretty good though.
Yeah, Tai Eha is definitely what I'm thinking here. So are we?
Yeah, Bugbear.
Bugbear for 1.
And then whatever you want.
I mean, are we just trying to get rid of like the villains, or is there anything in particular we're trying to like rein in on
Yeah,
their
like
stuff.
we could work on killing Anvil
All right.
as well. It would be my next choice. I really want to keep that monorail all around because it's going after Bugbear and Biomancer right now. Recharge mode is not a bad idea. I could get back my hit point regaining thing. Yeah, right now my power isn't going to do anything because there's no villain ongoing cards. So
just a lot of flesh children and nemesis.
Yeah, maybe I'll play grenade launcher this turn. What does wildfire do? It doesn't react to damage, does it? No.
Karen Gillan. That's a Doctor Who thing, right?
I don't know.
I'm asking the chat. Like I was just remembering. Like I know her from like Guardians of the Galaxy and I don't know a couple of other things, but I believe she started on Doctor Who because I think she was at the Comic-Con here in Cleveland, and it was like, oh, that's a person that I could maybe meet. But I ended up meeting Eliza Dushku from Buffy because I'm more of a Buffy person than anything else. Yes, they are confirming it. Yes, that is a thing.
She's a her and not a thing, says Cytosine.
Oh, I apologize. I just meant like her being in Doctor Who is a thing that happened. Like that was how I meant to phrase that. So I apologize if that felt objectifying. That was not what I meant to say. All right, so I could Proportionist. I feel like Proportionist is probably pretty solid with this skyscraper. I'm just rereading it now.
Yeah, but we don't want to destroy the monorail. The monorail is helping us.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to destroy that.
If you rest and recover, then you'd be able to play the bottom card of your deck.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
And get something back, like if you want to get
aggression modulator,
monolith or something, or
yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll grab a monolith, and then
yeah, put aggression modulator.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just reading that. Like, ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Let's play that aggression modulator.
The monorail is angry.
The aggression monorail, modulator rail, and I don't want to destroy that.
You can destroy the assembler, though.
Yeah, I guess I can destroy the assembler.
And then, like,
and
damage
skip.
Bugbear. Or if you want to get rid of Duplex Patriot, this would get rid of her. She's hitting us for...
Alright, I can do that.
Damage all the time. Yeah.
Oh man, another letdown has to like one-up me saying he hung out with both of them at Fan Expo Boston. Well, excuse me. Yeah, like I've met other famous people like randomly where I've like run into them. Like I ran into in a lobby of a hotel in New York. I met oh man, what's her name? She was Wayne's girlfriend in Wayne's World. I can't think of her name. Tia Carrera? Is that her name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So she happened to be staying at the same hotel when I was there with my parents once when I was younger. But like Eliza Dushku was the first like this is a famous person for whom I am like that like is a part of the media that I loved, who I'm going to make a concerted effort to actually go take a picture with and like get a signing with and whatever. So.
We're all getting slowly chipped away by the villains.
Yes,
Those
Eliza
environmental
Dushku,
allies.
the person, is just about as far removed from the character of Faith as you could possibly get. I actually had her sign my copy of Dollhouse Season 1, and it says, "Jeremy, did you fall asleep, Eliza?" Which I thought was really cool.
What do I want to do? Definitely, we need to get rid of the Carbon Adept. Carbon Adept is the worst. Also need to kill Bugbear.
And all the things.
All the things.
We need to kill all the things. Oh man, Eliza Dushku playing Wonder Woman? That would have been interesting. Huh. I didn't even know that that was a potential concept. But yes, that would have been very cool. Although now that I've seen Gal Gadot play Wonder Woman, like, she is pretty much the absolute definition of Wonder Woman as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to play Predator's Eye on Bugbear. And I'm not drawing, I'm just damaging for 6. And for my second power...
Nova Kid Blaster, Jeremy, I want to fact check real quick. What is it? Did you say Extremist was delayed because of bug issues? No, I don't think so. At this point, none of the variants...
Extremist came out on the schedule that we had planned.
Yes. Yeah, there was no... Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, I guess you can go back and check the tapes. Okay, good. So it's 3 for 3. I don't know what the 3 for 3 is.
I don't see what that means.
I don't know.
Scorching Snap.
There might have been some discussion that we were, like, testing the various variants, but, like, throughout the fall of the variants... Like, okay, here's a little bit of inside baseball for anyone who's interested. We released the Fall of the Variants basically in 3 sort of tranches. It was like 5, 5, and 6. And the order in which they were going to be released was always a fluid thing. There was never like this is the absolute order. We knew which were going to be in each of the 3 chunks, but there was never like here's the canonical list. It was more like, you know, we'll see, you know, oh, maybe John has like a weekly one-shot he wants to use these ones in, or maybe, you know, it might be interesting from a story perspective to have these ones come out in this particular order. But there was never like a master list of like, it has to come out in this order that we decided at the end of August, and that was the end of it. So there might have been some discussion of us changing the order around at one point, but nothing was ever delayed because of bugs. If that's your actual question, nothing was ever delayed because there were bugs. So there you go. Would you say that that's a fair assessment, John?
Yep. I'm not sure what Nova Kid Blaster means. Skyscraper was in the misplaced set.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you're talking about Wrath of the Cosmos? Or...
Yeah, I mean, all of them, like, you know, the Extreme Rhyme Wardens came out first. Then there was the chunk of, like, sort of unconnected non-team variants. And then there was the Freedom 5 and Raw Setting Sun as the third group. And yes, so we while we were working, we sometimes juggled the order of when we would release them. But once they were in the binary, it was more a question of us choosing when we wanted to release it, not related to anything like functional. All right, so what am I gonna do here? Should I punish the week? Ugh, who's gonna punish the week? No one's gonna punish the week. All right.
If you punish the week, you could take out the 2 flesh children, like in one. With your power.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of those cards that I use very rarely, but when you use it, it can be really
take
useful.
Out Bugbear by himself.
All right. I like this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. All right, so if I do Carbon Adept, and yes. And then Clone Ranger. Yes. And draws a recharge mode. Tomoko. Or no, I didn't draw the recharge mode. What happened?
Hey, I can't deal myself damage. Yay. Bunker drew recharge mode because Bunker has ammo drop and he's drawing a million cards. All right. For the greater good, I externally combust with punching. And this is just going to leave the monorail alive barely.
Novakid Blaster also says, originally Wrath of the Cosmos came out after Vengeance, and if I recall correctly, that wasn't supposed to be the case. So if you're talking about physically, the release order of the physical game was different than it was for the digital game. We released Vengeance out of order because it was a bigger project, and we wanted the team villain stuff to all be part of Season 2. So we released Wrath of the Cosmos. If you go by the release order of the physical game, we released Wrath of the Cosmos early. We released it as part of Season 1 because it was the same as the other previous expansions, which was, you know, single-player villains and several heroes and a couple of environments. And then we wanted all of the new gameplay like modes and stuff like that to all be grouped in Season 2. Vengeance was actually a stretch goal on the Shattered Timelines Kickstarter for the physical game.
Yep.
So it was like a, you know, that Kickstarter went crazy. Not quite as crazy as the Oblivion Kickstarter, but pretty dang crazy for what it was at the time. And so it ended up like they overfunded by like 300%, and they were like, all right, we've got this crazy idea. We're going to do this team villain thing. It's called Vengeance. And that was part of the part of the Shattered Timelines Kickstarter at the time. It came out before Wrath of the Cosmos. Wrath of the Cosmos, I believe, came out. Was that kickstarted?
Wrath of the Cosmos? No,
yeah.
They did a pre-order on their website for it.
Okay, so they did pre-order on their website for it, and the same thing was with the villains of the multiverse. They did a pre-order.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, so what am I going to do here? Yeah, we're enjoying both of these environment cards, right? Or
I mean, the punching one's going to go away, so you could use your huge power to get rid of it if you wanted. And deal damage. But
yeah, so I'm thinking, man, I still want that Proportionist out, but I feel like if I Colossal Left Hook, I won't get but I still want the Threat Monolith too.
Yeah, I would do Monolith.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of left hooking into the Monolith, and then using my power. I'm still not getting any bonus.
You could destroy Citizen Anvil, so
yeah, so if I hit Anvil with this, he'll be down to 1, which means that the splash damage from the other thing will get it. I guess splash damage isn't technically the right term, but I'm not going to get to use the Proportionist, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And then I will Monolith. And I'll use my power to destroy Cramped Quarters, Dominion, and then we'll hit some things.
And you don't kill all the heroes.
Yep.
Oh, unfortunately, you do destroy the...
Yeah, I saw that
monorail.
Just now. I'm like, oh, well, what are you going to do? All right.
That's all right. The Monolith will help keep us alive. Hey, there's Proportionist.
Hey!
And there's Cramped Quarters Combat, which might end up killing Skyscraper. Not quite, but she's hurting.
Man, even though we have, I think, fewer viewers than typical this week, the chat is moving so fast I'm having a hard time keeping up. You guys are being very loquacious tonight. Which I have no problem with. I don't want to say that.
Alright, I'm going to try to manipulate Hammer and Anvil to make sure they don't play Bastion. And...
Yeah, Citizen says they've been pent up for 2 weeks. Yeah, I feel ya. Honestly, as much as I love hanging out with my family, I also felt a little bit pent up for 2 weeks. After 6 days of playing Switch and watching movies, it's like, all right, I think I'm ready to go back to work.
Hey, look, there's Bastion.
Oh yeah, let's totally have that be a thing, or not.
Bastion's gonna be on top, and I'm gonna discard it. And then Impending Casualty is on top with another Impending Casualty. Actually, those are really easy to deal with, so those can stay. So let's discard Hammer and Anvil's top card. And Skyscraper doesn't mind having things in the trash, right? So it was Explosive Reveal.
So Synthetic Mouse says, to tell you a happy story about how I got into Sentinels, I would play with my friends in the hospital when I was stuck there for about 3 months. That was back when the game was brand new, and I think only the first expansion pack was out. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Synthetic Mouse. I think everybody, you know, it's funny, when we bring people on who are like guests, I always like to ask, so how did you get into Sentinels? And so it's really interesting to hear different people's stories, especially because, you know, a lot of these, you know, these days, tabletop games, a lot of times it's like, here's the new hotness for the year, and then the next year everybody's forgotten about that game. Whereas Sentinels is one that got staying power. You know, we got tweets just this week of people who got it for Christmas this year and are already, you know, they're just discovering it. Like, they're like, oh man, like I saw a post on Reddit that was like, I got the core game, I'm loving it, what's the first expansion pack I could get? And people from the community jumped in and they were like, oh, you should totally get this one, or you should get that one. And like, honestly, that's one of the things that I think myself and John as well, like, really loved about Sentinels was like the stories, the characters, everything just draws you in and you want to explore this world more. And it's such a great, I think this is a game that's going to be around for a while, in my opinion. It's got everything you want.
I let Skyscraper draw a card, but I think she might be dead. Actually, no. Yeah, she's dead. Whoops. Oh well. And we're all taking small amounts of damage. I should have let Haka draw more cards to power up a big Haka of battle. But you can still do.
Yes. Yeah, let's see. If I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We can go back to my use a power phase if you want, because we don't have to, whatever, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I can get Hammer down to like 4, maybe. No, maybe even more than that. Yeah, let's just do that and see what happens here. So Hawk of Shielding and Rampage. Yeah, I'm not going to use these because I already have them.
Yeah, I think you just want to discard everything.
Yep.
You might not get another turn.
Yeah, so if I do this for... Yeah, right.
10. I should have let you draw.
That's alright.
Well, you can hit Biomancer for 1.
Yep.
Bunker will be able to finish off Hammer, so... Oh. It's getting pretty rough.
It is so close.
I can't use External Combustion because I would die.
Yeah, does that go first? Yeah, deals himself the fire damage first. Yeah.
What's the incapability of Skyscraper there? Put the bottom card of their deck into their hand, put a card into play, or switch to a different size. Yes, if you can let Bunker play recharge mode, that might be good. Because then he can probably survive the round. So I'm gonna play Gatling Gun. to help me do more damage to Biomancer. Goodbye, Citizen Hammer.
All right, we're getting close here. Sockfoot 2000 says, I think the environment will kill you if you don't stop it from playing cards.
Nope, the environment has cards on the top that we're happy with.
So you want me to let Bunker put a card into play?
Yeah, if you let Bunker play recharge mode, he'll be able to survive. And I don't know if that would be the case for the other heroes, so... Yeah, impending casualty, we just have to discard for it. I guess Bunker could, unless we think that Haka is going to die.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I'm going to get a chance to use that Haka Restoration, so...
Alright.
And frankly, yeah, Mare is a better choice anyway. That's fine.
You get to draw another card to replace it.
Friend or foe.
Bunker is the one who's going to kill them.
Bunker, what are you doing, man? All right, who's going to have a better chance of...
It's not going to matter because the homunculi are going to hit the highest, right?
Oh, so okay.
Both Naturalist and Haka are dead. It's just how they die. Because Bunker is going to be the last train standing. Well, the only thing that can work here is draw a card, so... So this is going to be tricky. Oh, what is Haka's ability?
Each target regains one. Till the start of your turn, this card counts as an indestructible 0 HP target, or until the start of your turn, targets cannot regain HP. I feel like we're probably not picking the third one. Although...
And Fright Train makes the hero target with the highest HP deal himself 2 toxic damage.
Oof.
Yeah, the problem is, I mean, Bunker can't really, if he gets out of recharge mode, he's not going to be able to gain HP anyways. Like, none of our abilities let him gain HP. So, I mean, he could get out and play maintenance unit, and then Skyscraper could let him play recharge mode, I guess. Yeah, and Bugbear is making them regain HP all the time.
Yeah.
The thing is that I can't get through, like, if I only have my Gatling gun going, I'm not going to get through his damage reduction, right? So that doesn't really work. So I need to gain HP also in order to be able to stay alive. But I still, yeah, this is tough because I need to have that recharge mode as well. Let's try to get the maintenance unit out, I think. So each target regains 1. If Biomancer regains back to full, that's fine. We'll just have to deal with it in a longer play. So I am going to just... Oh, I get to do this. I guess I'll hit the homunculus because I'm going to heal myself, so it's not going to matter. Look at maintenance unit and use it. And yeah, I really want to get turret mode actually after this, but
all right.
so I need you to let me put into play recharge mode again. I think so. Then I won't take damage again for one round, and I can try to outpace him. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but it's worth a try.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I need to discard a card for this.
Oof. Alright, it's only one, but still.
Yeah, the problem is all these deal 2 damage, which is like terrible because I need to have both my things up to...
Yeah, to keep it from getting through. Yeah.
And again, we'll draw a card. Upgrade mode. Yeah, I might be able to stall for Omni Cannon. I guess I could just stick in recharge mode and get the 1 healing. I was hoping I'd be able to like pop out, but there's more homunculi are gonna make life difficult. Yeah, just give me a hit point, and I will just try to draw lots of cards until I get an Omni Cannon or other options, I guess. I have more hit points than the last time around, though, so that's good. So yeah, I'm actually just going to ditch the Gatling gun because it's not helping. Well, maybe not. I want to have it because it breaks through that damage resistance.
Yeah.
The first time. Oh, good. There's another recharge mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll discard a Gatling gun. Oh, that's true. Skyscrapers is put into play, so you can help me put more things into play.
Oh, yeah, even if you stay in recharge, yeah.
Omni Cannon play and stuff like that. Okay, that's good. So what else? Is there anything else I can play that would be useful? I mean, he's Foam Grenade probably at this point, because I don't know what the environment's going to do, so... do that.
So no fooling. These situations are kind of my favorite ones in Sentinels. Like, both of my characters are incapacitated, but I don't care. Like, trying to figure out the puzzle where it's like, how do we stay alive and how do we make this happen? Like, these are the moments that I really, really like this game. Because it's like, we're working together to try and figure it out. We're definitely working as a team. Like, I don't have a lot of decisions to make, but I don't care. I'm like, let's figure this out.
Well, here's a problem. Reptile Blade.
Oof, yeah.
There are 16 cards. That's the max, like, it's not the max damage of Reptile Blade, but it's pretty ridiculous. That's 16 damage at the start of Biomancer's turn. So I can do, actually, yeah, I can use External Combustion and blow that up. So, yeah, draw a card. Oh, but will Bugbear get to go before I get to play External Combustion? I think it will. Unless we choose targets cannot regain HP. Then I can hit him with the Gatling gun for 2 and External Combustion for 3, and he won't gain HP from Bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has to be that. So I'll hit Reptile Blade. Don't destroy recharge mode. Still haven't found an
Come on, I'm the cannon. Where are you?
Get rid of one of these. It's in those last 8 cards.
Yep. And there's 2 of them in there, so we got a 1 in 4 chance.
Yeah, we can load up the Omni Cannon and do 1 big shot to destroy Biomancer.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah, so I want to put into play External Combustion, which will destroy Repo Blade and do some damage. That extra damage point from Citizen Anvil or Citizen's Hammer. I forgot about that. Might have to break out the healing again.
Yeah.
In a second. Players can't draw cards. Come on. Well, actually, that's helpful because I can have that attack the villains on the Naturalist turn.
Yeah, healing, but you can't. Wah, wah, wah.
You can't hit Bunker. Can't draw cards, but I can have the environment target with the highest HP deal each non-hero target 2 melee damage. Can't regain HP. Alright, the problem though is that Bunker kind of wants to regain HP. They don't have to. We can still keep doing this, and I can't draw cards, but I could like blow it up, right? I don't know. Would I rather get a hit point? I need to destroy that thing. Skyscraper can probably destroy it. No, not really. Yeah, I think we need to get rid of the traffic pileup, and we can slowly do it by having it and Bunker kill it. I think we could try to get away with the targets can't regain HP thing, so we can get rid of the homunculi, but I don't. That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
I would like Bunker to get his hit point, so it's gonna take a while, but let's do it this way.
All right.
Alright, I shoot the traffic pileup. Right, so I could bust out of recharge mode because Skyscraper could let me
Yeah,
play
I can
it.
have you play another one.
Yeah, so I'm going to destroy it so that I can at least do something more, like use turret mode and do some more damage to it. Maybe. Actually, I guess I could have just got a flat cannon instead. But actually, this lets me do the heal and do the damage, so that's better.
Yeah. Extra power. Good times.
Chip away at these guys. Come on, Bunker. And let's play recharge mode and hide again. Take Bunker says, remember guys, Bunker's the worst hero.
The worst. Omni monorail gun, yep.
Hey, police backup. Super helpful.
Thanks, guys. Way to show up.
Oh, here I hit myself for 1 damage. Yeah, and they're gonna heal all the way back up. If we can get 2 police, they'll start dealing damage. That's true. Alright. This is going to damage everything. Down to 2. The slowest traffic pileup ever.
Yeah, there is another police backup in the deck.
I kind of want to... Yeah, let's do the can't regain HP thing again.
Okay.
And I can then kill this at the start of my turn and start drawing for Omni Cannon.
Heavy plating. Omni Cannon, finally. All right.
Yeah, and then you can just let me put it into play.
Mm-hmm.
So, can ditch that. And unless a lot of damage comes out, I have 4 hit points. That should be enough. We'll see. Yeah, so let me put into play Omni Cannon.
So we need to do 3 rounds to get enough of that Omni Cannon to one-shot him.
Actually, it's not a problem. The monorail is going to hit Biomancer and one of the homunculi. Grapple Blade, but that's okay. He only has 2 cards in his trash. Don't count your bunkers before they Omni Cannon, that's right. Alright. I think draw a card, because the target dealing damage won't actually get through the Biomancer, so...
Yeah.
They're Omni Cannon.
Now you got 2 Omni Cannons.
Put your Omni Cannon in your Omni Cannon.
Hey, bro, I heard you like Omni Cannons.
I guess everything is basically at full health, but I think preventing them from regaining HP, I don't know.
I mean, unless you think it's going to be so close that you need that extra one.
Yeah, let's do the can't regain HP, because they're
Alright.
regaining a whole bunch, so it's going to make it take forever. Alright, I'm going to shoot Ripple Blade, because he's going to be a problem. Not yet, but soon. Don't destroy recharge mode. Yes, move cards. All the equipment cards. The other Omni Cannon. Discard cards for Great Mage Launch for a Gatling Gun. So Gatling Gun will use up the 2 damage reduction. Then with Omni Cannon, let's see, if I play turret mode, I can get 3 damage from what's this? Oh, put a card into play. Is there something I want to play? Guess I could play Foam Grenade. Actually, I might know it. Oh, I don't have a bottom card in my deck. I have 0 cards in my deck. Is there another Skyscraper card that might be useful?
Yeah, let's take a look. All right, so her mini size, 1 player moves a card from their trash into their hand. When target deals itself 1 irreducible toxic damage, that would let us only... Wait, hang on. If you do 3 plus 3... That might be useful.
The select environment target redirect the next damage dealt by that target could send more monorail damage toward. Yeah, but then we might want to have this version of Skyscraper if something goes wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
What's left in the environment deck here? Hostage situation. I don't want that. Impending casualty or police backup. Yeah, just let me play adhesive foam grenade and control the situation.
All right.
So with turret mode, I can use grenade launcher to do 3 damage to Biomancer. That would be actually he's going to get hit with a monorail here, so that's good. So he's at 15. 3 damage from grenade launcher puts him at 12. So I only need to have 6 cards under Omnitron-X, so I can. And there he get hit for another one. So this will be the last turn. The Carbon Adept coming to try to foil our plan, but it's not going to work. Sir, you can't regain HP because Prime Warden's Haka demands it. Yeah, I guess the same thing again. Sure, unless you want to do the middle one. It won't matter.
Yeah.
Bunker's going to go before anything.
All right, Bunker. I hope they can all go out for milkshakes and unwind after the battle. Amen to that, citizen.
Bunker softens up Biomancer. I do want to destroy recharge mode. I do want to move cards under Omni Cannon.
Oh man, you had 3 decommissioned hardwares in a row. I would have just decommissioned all that hardware and then blown it all up.
They're great. I want to keep those. Turret mode. Play. There's no place to play it. Just empty space. And let's go with grenade launcher. And kill Reptile Blade. He didn't know what was coming to him. That lets me draw a card.
When you need stuff thrown, you throw a train at it. When you need stuff done, excuse me, you throw a train at it. Amen to that.
And let's destroy all cards underneath this card. For 13 damage. Guess we could have saved him for the police backup.
Yeah, let the police take him out. They're doing their job. They're doing what they can. I bet you thought we were going to make it through that one, but we did. And by we, I mean John, because if it had been me, the game would have ended a long time ago.
That's why we're a team.
Yep. Last stop, Biomancer. Well, yes, wall plaid. Very good. All right, so, oh wow, it's 9:15. That game was long. Our first game was really short with, well, not really short. Certainly not the shortest game we've ever played on the stream, but it was pretty short, comparatively speaking.
Yep.
All right, so I think that's going to do it for another episode of Sentinels Live. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We are very excited for 2018. Let me just check off some of the things that are coming in 2018. New Sentinels content. If you were paying attention to the Oblivion update today, you know that Oblivion is going to finally start shipping end of March, early April, and you can expect all the content from that to start making its way to the digital game shortly thereafter. And then, of course, One Deck Dungeon. That's our next game. We've been working on that crazily since October, and we are still full steam ahead on that. If you were in on the Kickstarter, then you know all about it. But if you haven't, visit onedeckdigital.com because you can pre-order now via BackKit, and we would love it if you did. Sentinels of the Multiverse is, of course, the only cooperative comic book card game that you should be playing. Thanks for joining us. We do this every Tuesday night when it's not a holiday at around 7 p.m. Eastern, which is midnight for John, and then because he's in London, and then once he gets to Cyprus, it'll be like 2 a.m. for him.
I think it'll be 2 a.m. yet.
but this is what John does for his art. So you should give him a good thank you on Twitter or something. Yeah, if you do enjoy the show, please like, share, follow, subscribe, all those fun things. We would really appreciate it. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam. And you can find more info and download the free demo at sentinelsdigital.com. I'm Jeremy.
I'm John. Thanks for watching.
And I'm John on 4-second delay. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week. Don't forget to tune in to Dolphins Dive on Thursday and Tales from the Archive on Sunday. Good night. Thanks, everybody.
Night.